What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Stephen Korka.
I'm Juan Farage.
And you're here for another episode of Atomic Pop featuring Fat Man and Little Boy. And we are sorry we're late today, but we were here comes the sun, do-do-do-do.
You're late because of the eclipse?
A total eclipse of the heart. Fly me to the moon. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance.
You make me seem like such an asshole, you know that? Like, I'm not naturally this grumpy, but then you come singing.
Sunny breeze. What other sun and moon songs? And eclipse
Other
songs?
moon songs and
Other
eclipse songs?
Yeah.
Total eclipse of the heart?
I said I did that already.
That was what you sang.
I said I did Total Eclipse of the Heart.
That's why he plays the keyboards. Oh, Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. I forgot it. Isn't it like Blue Moon? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. It is August 21st officially right now, and the eclipse just finished up on the eastern seaboard in the United States, and we probably will not see another one in this country in our lifetime. The next time it happens, we will all be dead.
7 years.
Maybe.
Likely.
Sure.
Anyways, but that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about so many things. We're here to talk about...
Donald Trump looked at the sun, y'all.
I looked at the sun, too. You didn't look at the sun?
Without glasses?
I was wearing sunglasses for a little bit.
Okay, no, he just straight looked at the sun.
I'm sure he was like...
I'm sure he believes that the sun will be blinded in the process.
I don't know. But we're here to talk about Netflix Marvel series, specifically the Defenders that debuted on Friday. But before we get into that, Game of Thrones happened last night. Juan, you are not even watching the show right now, are you?
Nope.
Okay, I am. I'm totally caught up. And spoilers, everyone. Spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2. One of the dragons is dead.
Undead.
Undead. It died at the hands of the Night King, and
Yes.
and then the Night King pulled him out of freezing water, and now he is an undead dragon.
So we got
now
a zombie dragon.
We have a zombie dragon.
Okay.
And next week is the season finale already.
Wow.
And from the previews, it has Cersei, Jon Snow in the same shot. Jon Snow's at King's Landing with Tyrion.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
I really hope this doesn't end as they all unite against the White Walker.
The undead.
Yeah, I really hope that's not the ending. Like, everyone in this show needs to die except Arya.
So what? It needs to be like Rogue One, Game of Thrones edition.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but
Like, they're gonna come together and beat this undead army at the last minute. No, they all need to die. Plus, they're all despicable people.
I mean, listen. I know you didn't see the episode yesterday, but Daenerys showed up with all 3 of her dragons, and the entire undead army was basically right there with the Night King and everyone, and she was burning the hell out of the army. Why didn't she just finish the job?
She's, as a character, she's so full of herself. I can't stand it. I hate Daenerys.
There's a couple flaws from last night's episode. You know, they all, half of them fell into freezing cold ice water and got out and lived to see another day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess.
Do you think the show's better since it's deviated from what was already written by George R.R. Martin?
I've never read the book, so I can't say.
When did it deviate, Susie? Around like season 5?
Around season 3.
Season 3? No. It went beyond that.
Red Wedding is when it deviated.
No, because after the Red Wedding, it was still there was still 2 more books.
Yeah, but sorry, deviated there.
No, but I mean completely that where nothing's been written, like after Dance of Dragons.
Oh, last season was.
Okay, yeah.
Last season.
So last season was the first where it's all original stuff.
And that's just because the guy Martin's
he's
taking a sweet ass time to write
like
the book.
5 years between books.
I think he's just waiting to see what people think about HBO, and then he's going to take all the negative criticism and fix it.
But do you think it's gotten better or worse?
I don't know. I didn't read the books. I have nothing to compare it to.
You saw the first 4 seasons?
I think it's good. I mean, Arya with the faceless man was kind of dragged
Evan,
out. I thought.
How do you feel about it? Do you think the show's better or worse since HBO has taken over for Martin?
Definitely worse.
We have worse. Worse is a consensus.
To point out that one of the 2 head writers for the show is the same guy responsible for the X-Men Origins Wolverine.
One of the head 2 writers is responsible for X-Men Origins Wolverine. Which, listen, I don't mind that movie. I'm one of the few.
It's not that bad.
It's not
if
that
you take
bad.
out Deadpool.
Listen, if you knew nothing about Deadpool
you're
would have been fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whatever. Anyways, so listen. Next week, when we get together, Game of Thrones season 7 will be finished. So we'll talk Game of Thrones till we're fucking blue in the face. Sure. Anyways, but we're here to talk about Marvel's Defenders.
Yes.
Finally, the streaming television version of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where they take shows and build the seasons up and then put them together to give us that Avengers moment, but on TV.
And it didn't work.
And that's your. I didn't even ask you what you thought. And,
First of all,
okay, wow. So you didn't like it, clearly.
No. I liked it. It didn't feel as epic as when I saw the Avengers in the first time they came together.
I agree.
The show in its entirety wasn't really that epic at all. I just never felt like, holy shit.
First of all, the one thing if you didn't watch any of the shows leading up, like if you just started Defenders first, you'd be pretty lost. They reference so many side stories. They reference how the seasons ended, things that happened, and these characters come in. These supporting characters from each show are in this show.
Well, it's basically Iron Fist season 2.
It is basically like season 2 of Iron Fist. It's more Iron Fist centric than anything, which is I hate, because I think Iron Fist is the weakest of the 4.
Most watched, weakest.
Yeah, but it
Now, first of all, why do you think they went with Defenders? Because that's not the original Defenders, right? The Defenders were Human Torch, no, Doctor Strange, Hulk, Silver Surfer, and.
Because you can't do that's not what they're doing.
No, you can't do it. But why don't they just call them Heroes for Hire? Well, because I guess
they're not for hire, and Luke Cage doesn't want to profit off of doing what he does. He's made that clear in the show. But basically, here's first thing. Like, you had to watch the other seasons. Thank God I did. I binge watched the shit out of that. By the way, we curse on this show, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
So spoilers, and we say fuck. But so you had to totally watch the other shows. That's the first thing I didn't like. Second thing I didn't like is, first of all, like the first 3 episodes were like build up,
right?
And it's an 8 episode season,
right?
So for the first 2 3/4 of episodes, it's just everyone building up to them meeting in that building where Sigourney Weaver's character resides, and I don't know, I didn't like it.
I thought the first 3 episodes were actually really strong.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I was bored until they got together.
I mean, I thought that the connection between the Luke Cage and the rest and what was going on with the Hand was really weak and just thrown in where kids from Harlem were being recruited. And Jessica Jones also, like, in her series, the Hand wasn't involved at all. So they kind of had to, like, create this little side story. It was about Iron Fist and Daredevil, basically, but it kind of felt like off. Like, it kind of hurt Luke Cage in my eyes, his character, because he was just kind of, like, thrown in.
Yeah, I agree.
And when you have a show like this, the other problem I had, and especially with Luke Cage, is what made Luke Cage, what was a great part of that show was the music.
Yes.
Right? The music was instrumental to Luke Cage. So when you have an ensemble...
They brought that in.
At the end, when they like played Break Your Neck. Break Your Neck, but that's not it.
Whenever it cut to Luke Cage, it was a little more hip-hop-y sounding, you know?
But the problem is his whole show, like, the music was a character, right? Jessica Jones, part of the draw of the show is that it was a noir, like, right?
Yes, but you can't do that
right,
here.
but that hurts.
You're mixing it together.
But then all that hurts the characters.
Yeah, but listen, from a production standpoint, I disagree with you. I think the music was definitely set with each character, and when they came into the thing, the music moved with them too. Another thing, I don't know if you noticed, is the colors.
The colors was amazing.
The colors, like whenever it was Jessica Jones scene, it was blue.
Right.
Whenever it was Iron Fist scene, it was green. Didn't matter where the fuck they were. You know, Daredevil was red.
Yeah, there were filters.
The filters on each character was great until they all got together, and then that went out the door.
No, but it was still because like when you look at when they were in the Royal Dragon or Golden Dragon.
Oh yeah, the green was on.
And there's scenes in the restaurant.
Yeah, and the red is
like a
in the
blue
back.
light, the red neon.
Yes, they really
mixed it up, and it was great.
Yeah, they really focused on lighting.
Yeah.
And I thought that was one of the better things about the show,
Right.
even though it had nothing to do with the story. It was just
Right.
a visual aesthetic.
No, the visuals were awesome. I don't know if you noticed, but it wasn't even just like the filters and the hues. But for instance, when Jessica Jones is in the police station, there's a blue hue, right?
Yes, totally.
The door that Daredevil Matt Murdock walks through is red.
Oh, really? I didn't know
So it's
that.
like he's walking into her world
Yes.
at that point. So he's going
Yeah.
through the red door into the blue. And that's consistent throughout the show. There's a lot. I'm going to have to actually rewatch it to specifically look for those moments.
I can't rewatch it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it enough to rewatch it.
I did.
Okay, well, you really?
I think it was rewatchable.
I won't rewatch
The fight
it.
scenes were fantastic.
Listen, the fight scenes were way better. Like they definitely gave Iron Fist better fight scenes than they did this one. But I don't like his girlfriend Colleen.
I can't stand her, but unfortunately, she has to be in it.
Yes, I don't like her. I don't like her sensei, who is one of the five fingers of the hand.
Right. What, the smooth Latin guy?
Yes.
He's awesome. They are all trying to like destroy the world, and he just wants to fuck Colleen. It's like Hispanic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And I mean, I don't like that the hand was the villain. I'm so like I remember talking to you before I watched The Defenders, and I binge watched the fuck out of Daredevil, and I got to the very end of season 2, and I'm like, I'm so sick of looking at ninjas. Like, I don't want to see ninjas anymore.
It wouldn't have been as bad. I mean, I kind of felt like, you know what would have been cooler, and I was talking about this with my friend Roy, if they would have done it like the five levels and all four have to fight each one individually, would have been way better.
Yeah.
I didn't like at the end where they were all fighting each one when obviously one of them could have taken all four. Like Madame Gao, when she blew the fuck out of that garbage can, that shit was amazing.
Yes.
I didn't even know she could fucking do that.
Yeah, I mean, Madame Gao's definitely, one of the better members of the hand. Sigourney Weaver, I thought, was weak.
The character.
I thought as the main villain, which basically she was for the majority of the show,
right.
she was the weakest. She was just weak,
And I thought she was gonna have a badass scene because she had that moment with Elektra where she kind of like schooled her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, they're gonna make Sigourney Weaver fight, and it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Totally non-threatening.
And then just boop, dead.
Yeah, I didn't feel threatened by her. I didn't think she was great. It looked like fan service. So it's like let's put a badass female lead from back in the day in to do fan service.
Yeah.
Let's put Ripley in. Let's put Dana Barrett in from Ghostbusters and have everyone jerk
I mean, they
off to
should.
that.
I think Madame Gao should have just been the leader because she was definitely the most charismatic and
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sigourney Weaver was unnecessary, and then when Elektra beheaded her,
that was stupid.
Like, I know you hate Elektra.
I liked her a lot more now.
I like Elektra.
I thought Elektra was well done now.
I do like Elektra a lot. I mean,
she finally picked up her size.
What do you mean?
That shit that Raphael uses.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, size. I thought you were still talking about Manning.
No,
We're talking about Elektra, yes. No, she did. I mean,
I think she was well done this time. I liked it. I liked her character at the end. I liked her. I felt she had chemistry with Matt Murdock.
She did.
This new Elektra, though.
Yeah.
As opposed to the other one. So I thought she was all around great.
I just didn't like it, though. I was just bored, man, to be honest. I expected so much more. And you want to know what, to be fair, I know you said you thought the first couple episodes were good, but I didn't think it was good until, like, the moment that Luke Cage and Iron Fist met in that alley. I'm like, finally. And it started to get decent. And when Matt showed up at the precinct to be like, I'm your lawyer, to Jessica Jones, I'm like, yes, okay, finally.
That was a great scene.
Finally, we have some good interactions happening. I think out of the four of them, Jessica Jones is the best. The most entertaining.
Jessica Jones was the most entertaining. Jessica Jones yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I do like I believe that Luke Cage and Iron Fist that they actually have good chemistry together.
I think they do too.
I was actually kind of happy.
I think they do, but whoever's writing Iron Fist for the Netflix shows needs to stop making him a pussy.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, he's just like, and he talks too much about his chi, and it's just and his girlfriend sucks a dick, literally.
Yeah, because he was like trapped for 30 years and
I know
surrounded by monks.
I don't want to hear about Kunlun anymore.
That's all he knows.
It's just it's lame. I'm bored.
That's all he knows. I think it's true to his character. It's just boring for us.
I don't know. And why didn't they bring the Meachums back? They brought everyone else back. They had an opportunity to, and they just didn't.
You can tell there were like budget constraints on that show, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's probably why it was 8 episodes.
Yeah.
That's why some of the stuff seemed really rushed. And that's probably why the
and another thing too, like this whole earthquake thing that happened towards the beginning of the season, like caused by that hole in the ground. I'm not a seismologist or a geologist, but is that true?
No, it's probably the amount of explosives they used to open that hole caused the earthquake.
The hole was already done. The building was already built.
Then I don't know what happened.
And let's think about this too. A lot of time between Daredevil season 2 and Defenders.
Yeah.
Because Daredevil season 2. That there was just that hole in the ground with that like old warehouse.
Right.
And Defenders, huge skyscraper, state of the art technology. Mm-hmm. So a lot of time passed, and apparently like Daredevil retired.
Yeah. Well, after Elektra died, he just decided to quit.
Foggy's working with with Carrie Moss's character.
Yeah.
Who's tied in with Danny Rand and Jessica Jones, obviously.
Right.
I mean, it is all connected, but
I felt it was well done. I don't think the connections were forced. I think the way they got Luke Cage involved into the story was forced. But I kind of like the direction where you saw all the characters afterwards, like Luke Cage in prison, Danny Rand trying to hunt down the Hand. It all made sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, and Misty was in it again, and they really wanted to cut her fucking arm off.
Well, finally. Well, but we were waiting for that, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
like you thought it was gonna go in the Cotton Club.
Right.
When she got shot. Yeah, and they're like, you're gonna lose your arm, whatever. And then they saved her arm, and then she gets the same arm.
Yeah.
Gets cut off. It's like bad luck.
In the comics, it's Tony Stark who gives her the cybernetic arm that she's going to receive. I'm assuming in the show is going to be Rand.
Yeah, Danny Rand.
Right.
Yeah, it's got to be.
And the reason Colleen Wing, I guess they kept her around for so long is because eventually her character and Misty Knight begin a detective agency.
Do they really?
Yeah, and they become the Sisters of the Dragon, or...
And listen, I mean...
But yeah, they actually team up and become
Trish
friends.
is Patsy Walker Hellcat, right?
Trish is definitely Hellcat.
Okay.
But that transformation is kind of slowly has started, like in Jessica Jones, she started training and whatever.
Yeah.
But this one, the Misty Knight thing, is super important. Everyone was waiting for it. It was expected.
Yeah.
And they finally gave it to us. So yeah, Misty Knight and Wing. Obviously, she can't be a cop anymore, so they're probably going to start this detective agency now.
The thing is like what they were wanted for. Did they kill the cops? I forget.
No, they didn't. No, kill what cops?
Yeah, they did. Didn't the Defenders kill the cops?
No.
And that's why they were being held and they escaped the jail?
No, they didn't kill no cops.
Why were they in jail before they escaped?
Why were they being held before? Because Elektra killed Stick. And whooped them all, and they were all passed out.
Yes, killed Stick,
right? And so the cops found them all.
And they found the beheaded guy from the hand. So two people were dead. Right. The fact that they just got off the hook like that.
A little, yeah. That was. I had that complaint.
Like a huge police presence at this thing. Building blows up, and I guess they're taking Misty's word for it, and they're all off the hook, and now they're city heroes. Well,
yeah, and you got to understand,
under the table city heroes.
And the thing for me, it was really off-putting, especially since I know what pieces of shit cops are.
Okay. Not all. Not the majority are good.
I guess, man.
Anyways, so
straight out of Compton.
So I mean, I still didn't like it. I think the ratings are going to be great for them. I think there will be a second season follow-up. I mean, let's talk about Matt Murdock not dying in that explosion, which
there was something really important that happened. So, like,
I mean, look, when Iron Fist busted through and we saw the dragon corpse,
that was great.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
That was really cool.
That was awesome, and we find out that the hand gets their eternal life
from the dragon bones.
Basically the bone marrow in dragon bones, and that was the last dragon corpse, so they're limited on their resources,
right?
Which gives them their eternal life. But so Matt gets buried with Madame Gao, with the other dead guy that only spoke Japanese.
Madame Gao, she got away.
Of course she got away.
Because while the fight was happening, she looked over and she's like, I'm out.
Yeah, of course she got. I don't know how she got away, but she got away.
She got away.
She's the only surviving member of the Hand organization at this time. You know, which is good, because that means Daredevil season 3. We won't see the Hand. Iron Fist.
Well, let's not talk about that because I have a whole theory on Daredevil season 3.
Okay, that's fine. But let's talk about Matt Murdock surviving that. I think that's lame. I mean, you can't kill Daredevil. I'm glad they didn't kill him.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't have put him in that position, and now all of a sudden he's survived, and, he's in some hospital. Like, how does a huge building fall on you? And Elektra's not dead either.
No, for sure she's not dead.
So how do we got 3 survivors from that insane explosion?
Yeah, I guess we just have to wait and see for them to explain it. Hopefully it's not some hokey bullshit thing they're going to gloss over, because I was like, how are they going to explain that he got out of this shit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you going to explain that Superman is alive again in Justice League coming up?
Yeah.
When half his body got torn out.
Right,
it's going to be like, I want a good explanation for that just as much as I want a good explanation for how Matt Murdock got out of this shit.
Right. But the fact that he got out of there is really, really, when he wakes up and he's being taken care of by nuns.
It's his mother.
It's his mother.
Which is a comic book reference to kids.
So it's a big clue as to what we believe that Daredevil Season 3, the main villain's going to be, right?
Who?
It has to be Bullseye.
It needs to be Bullseye.
It's going to be Bullseye.
It needs to be Bullseye.
So, and I don't see why else you would bring in his mother if you're not going to bring in Bullseye.
No, you have to do Bullseye.
Right. So, like, his mother basically nurses him to health, and Bullseye's sent over to here to kill the kid, and Daredevil's protecting the kid and takes him to the church, and Bullseye goes and kills every fucking body in the church except Daredevil's mom.
Yeah.
Right. I'm also excited because if the route they're going to take is that born again story, and it means that they're going to kill that Ellen, or the blonde. What's the blonde lady's name?
What blonde lady?
The Foggy's friend.
Oh,
his girlfriend, not girlfriend.
Yes, it's Murdoch's girlfriend, not girlfriend.
Yeah.
I forget what her name is.
Either way, I hate that character, and I think she's gonna die.
I hate her, and I hate Claire.
In the comic books, I have a theory about her. In the comic books, Bullseye actually kills her.
Good.
But in the comic books, she also becomes
Bullseye kills Elektra also.
She becomes a heroin addict and becomes a porn star, and
that's not going to happen in the show.
Right, but Bullseye does kill her.
Okay, I hope she dies. I hope she dies.
Another
nasty.
thing, the hand is kind of demolished, but that might also signal the return of Kingpin, because for a time Kingpin leads the Hand.
Look, Kingpin for sure is coming back
as leader of the Hand.
I don't know. I don't think as leader's by Hand, but he's coming back. I think we're handed the fuck out, to be honest. The Hand is exhausted. Like, we went through 2 seasons of Daredevil and a season of Iron Fist regarding the Hand, and then you got the Defenders. You got 4 seasons of TV dedicated to the Hand as the villain.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
So, as far as the future of Marvel Netflix goes, I agree with you. Daredevil is going to go to Bullseye. What's Luke Cage going to do?
So there was scenes where
Diamondback is alive and is going to get superpowers, as we saw at the end of Luke Cage.
The bus going by, there was an announcement for the Reclamation Project.
Mm-hmm.
That's still going on, so it's probably going to be more of Shades and...
Shade, yeah. More of that.
Yeah. Jessica Jones, I have no idea where they're going to go.
I don't even know. They haven't even announced the season 2.
I don't know if... And or maybe they just combine Iron Fist and Luke Cage finally.
I hope they do, because Iron Fist is boring right now. The actor bores me too.
I like him. I think he's...
I don't know. I don't like Iron Fist. I don't.
Eventually, we also see there's a little bit of chemistry again with Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. In the comics, even
though he's with Claire.
In the comics, they do marry, right, and have a kid.
Do they?
I believe so. But we got to get rid of Claire, right?
I thought he was with Wasp.
No, Luke Cage gets with...
I thought he gets with Wasp.
Is Evan out there? No, I'm pretty sure.
No, I think he gets with Wasp.
Nope. Anyway, so I think that signals the end of Claire.
I want Claire gone. I am so sick of Claire. Why did Claire go in that damn building?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? It's like when she went to China. Like, Claire, first of all, I get it. Rosario Dawson, back in the day, as in, Men in Black Part 2, everyone was like, oh my god, this girl's hot.
Yeah,
Rosario Dawson, blah, blah, blah. Who does?
Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I really thought it was Wasp.
No, Wasp is usually with Ant-Man.
No, but they broke up, and whatever, shut up.
Oh, because he's an abuser.
But, you threw me off. What the hell was I talking about?
About Rosario Dawson being really annoying.
Yeah, I don't even think she's that hot.
She's pretty hot.
I'm not into her. I don't like her character. I hate that she goes everywhere. She didn't belong in that building, just like she didn't fucking belong in China. You know?
Well, another little Easter egg with the Defenders is on when Misty's in the hospital, and there's a board on the top with like the nurses' shifts. There's an L. Carter, which is the actual night nurse.
Okay.
So let's and so if you're gonna pair up Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, I don't see Luke Cage as being presented as so honorable that he wouldn't even want to destroy that building. So he probably wouldn't leave Rosario Dawson. So kill her, bring in the real night nurse.
I hope she's gone. And you know what? I think Jessica Jones will become a part of one of the two shows for sure. I don't think Jessica Jones is going to get a season 2.
No.
And Iron Fist definitely is. Luke Cage will. Daredevil's going to get a season 3. We got Punisher coming.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know who the villain's going to be. It could just be a bunch of more mafia crap, you know?
It would be. I would hope it was a Kingpin, but they're not going to take Kingpin away from Daredevil.
No, they're not. They're not.
So who knows?
Nor are they going to kill Kingpin anytime soon, if ever.
Right. But Jessica Jones, where would she be absorbed? It would have to be into Luke Cage. But that presents a problem because you obviously want to see a Luke Cage Power Man show. I mean, a Luke Cage Iron Fist show.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Have 3 of the 4 Defenders have their own have their show together?
And she had really good chemistry with Matt Murdock, but I don't feel like she really fits into his universe.
No, she doesn't.
Separate universe.
She doesn't. And it's a shame because, like I said, I think she's the strongest of the 4 characters. Like I find her the most entertaining to watch.
Yeah, she's the most compelling for sure.
Yeah. And I still don't know what her power is, other than she's really strong. Did they talk about it in her show? Because I didn't finish her show. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like on episode 7 of that show.
I'm really not. I'm not sure. I didn't read a lot of Jessica Jones.
I didn't read any Jessica Jones. Sorry, Bendis.
Can she fly?
She jumped the fuck out of that.
She jumped the fuck out of that elevator.
She could jump high or something like that.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. Whatever.
Her first appearance was that was really cool too when they redid her window because Bendis created her, right?
Bendis did, yeah.
And her first appearance was in Alias.
Yes.
So it was really cool to see her office renamed Alias.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I didn't pick up on that. Yeah, absolutely. So, Defenders overall, watch it, right?
Yeah. It's worth the time. It's a good enough show. It's just maybe our expectations were too high.
I mean, I don't think they were. You know what it was? I was just. I think it took too long to get into it. With you got 8 episodes only, and you spent 2.5 of them building up to them.
But all the shows have all of them were this slow.
I know, but
like whatever. Jessica Jones never stopped being slow.
And then, but hear me out. So they had 2.5 episodes building up to it. They had an episode and a half in that Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
You know?
That was a great episode.
It was good, but an episode and a half. So that brings us to 4.5 episodes in, pretty much.
Right.
The season's already halfway done. And, you know, Sigourney Weaver was not utilized great.
No.
Not threatening. The Hand as a whole. Like, the Hand seemed more threatening in Daredevil Season 2 than they did in Defenders.
Yeah, that guy at the fucking end, oh my God.
And just
even in Daredevil 1.
All the ninjas that came at them. Like infinite amount of ninjas. You know?
Oh, how about, so this was a cool little Easter egg. I don't know if you noticed. After they escape from the restaurant, and they go into the sewers, and they close the sewer like really slowly.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtle shout out, right?
I didn't pick up on that, but sure, okay.
Yeah. Because, the whole Ninja Turtles were created as...
Yes. Okay, oh, wow. Wow, there you go. Okay. So, anyway, no, seriously, though, I know you hate this guy, so I got to know, Stick is dead. How do you feel?
So fucking happy.
I liked Stick.
Such a shit character.
I liked Stick.
Oh, man. I'm so glad they fucking killed him. Yeah. I was so upset when I knew he was going to be in the show. I hated him.
Yeah, well, he's dead. And so what was the trailer for Punisher? Did you watch the trailer for Punisher?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it really doesn't show much.
No, it's just a sledgehammer and the symbol.
It talks about how Punisher's going to get payback. I mean, you're not revealing anything new.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. But when does that come out?
October.
Is it October? So that's the next big show, Punisher, from Marvel's Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
No.
It's not amazing.
The Defenders book actually right now is actually pretty good.
I'm not even reading it.
Yeah.
I'm not even reading it. Yeah. Anything else about Marvel's Netflix that you want to talk about?
No, I mean, again, I thought it was good enough. I think the shows as a whole, the universe they created is excellent.
Yeah.
I
mean, Charlie Cox, you told me the other day you don't like him.
Charlie Cox I don't like. I don't feel he's charismatic. I think that Daredevil is popular and survives based on the strength of its villains.
Yeah.
You know, the villains in Daredevil have been like Kingpin was. They blew it. Like that has to be the best villain in Marvel
Kingpin?
thus far. I'm talking about between Marvel movies and shows. Like they portrayed, he's the best, right?
Kingpin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I need.
He knocked it out of the park.
I need the thing. I need the simmer on that. I'm going through everyone right now.
No, go ahead. He was probably the best.
Better than Loki?
I believe he was better than Loki.
Ooh.
You know, it was so unexpected. Everyone was talking shit. I mean, the last Daredevil that we saw, which again, the Ben Affleck Daredevil wasn't so bad.
I didn't think it was bad either.
Michael Clark Duncan was motherfucking huge.
Michael Clark Duncan was great as the Kingpin, and I didn't think that movie was bad. The worst part about it was Evanescence and Elektra.
Yeah, Jennifer Garner. Whoa, what a miscast.
Why was Jennifer Garner kicking sandbags with her sigh to Bring Me to Life by Elektra? That was the worst part of the movie. But for the most part, Ben Affleck was great as Daredevil.
He was fine.
You know, Jon Favreau was great as Foggy.
I didn't mind Colin Farrell.
And Colin Farrell was an amazing Bullseye, I thought.
And then Michael Clark Duncan was fine as Kingpin.
Michael Clark Duncan was great. And I also liked, I was telling you this the other day, like the fact that they showed those the almost the sonar vision.
That was great.
You know, in the movie, which, you know, they show us how Daredevil sees.
Right.
You know, and they also said when it rains, that's like his weakness, which makes sense, because rain comes down and makes all those noises and stuff.
Right.
They don't really address that stuff in the Daredevil TV show. He's just has heightened senses, and that's what we know.
Well, in the first one, don't they? Like, the reason he goes to sleep in that chamber is to block out all the noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does do that, yeah.
But again, so I think that Kingpin was really well done, and when they cast Dunfor, I was like, this doesn't make sense. And then seeing him,
no, he did great.
And he was such a deep character. I think that Marvel's best villain has been Kingpin.
I'll think about that.
And then when you add in season 2, you add in Punisher, which I believe is Marvel's best anti-hero. They killed it. I think Punisher is better than all the other Netflix shows. The character.
Okay.
Right, so I think that Daredevil.
See, I think Punisher's great as a supporting character. I don't know how he's going to do it in his own show. You know, I loved watching the Punisher, but I don't know if I can watch him on his own.
I do know this. I know that the best episode in all the Marvel shows on Netflix so far was definitely the scenes with Punisher and Kingpin in the prison.
No, those were very good.
Like nothing else Netflix has done comes close to it.
Those are very good. Yeah.
And it was just so I think it's going to be great. But I don't like Charlie. I think if it was just like Elektra, who I thought was super weak in Daredevil, it wouldn't have been as good, because I don't think he's charismatic. And Foggy, I can't fucking stand him.
I like Foggy.
No, and then whatever her name is, I can't stand her either.
Why can't we remember her name?
I don't know, man. She's so whiny and annoying.
I don't like her either, but I can't remember her name.
And the whole thing with her and Punisher, that was so like...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
And all of a sudden, she's a writer for
she's
a news publication.
The best reporter ever.
No experience whatsoever. Yeah.
So, you know, that's... So, I mean, it's kind of been true, though. Like, maybe that's why you were disappointed in the Defenders, because you look at the villains from Daredevil, right?
Yeah.
And then the villain in Jessica Jones, like, the Purple Man was fucking fantastic.
Great.
Luke Cage, Cottonmouth? Holy fuck. He killed it. He wasn't even a fucking super villain, right?
Even Mariah and Shades is good.
Right, Mariah and Shades, and then you had Diamondback.
Yeah.
So we've had all these super strong villains, and then in the Defenders, it was like, Madam God, we believed it, but the other ones, not so much.
And, you know, the Meachums were assholes in Iron Fist.
Yeah, the Meachums were... You really hated them.
I hated them.
Really fucking hated them.
Yeah, so, you know, whatever.
That was such a strange show. I hated him so much, and by the end, I, love him. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Who, the Meachum?
Yeah, the brother.
Yeah, I know.
was like, you're such a piece of shit bully. And by the end, I'm like, come on, dude, you can do this.
I know, he might have had James Franco, Harry Osborn a lot throughout the show.
Right.
But anyways, do we have any comments, questions from anybody? Nothing. It's quiet today.
Ignacio just said I'm here.
Maybe we're being boring. I don't know.
Are we getting boring?
I don't know.
You guys want to hear a hooker story?
No, I don't want to hear. No, I don't want to hear. All right. In other news, we are a comic book store. We have comic books that we sell here. Dark Knight Metal came out.
Dark Knight Metal did come out.
This past week, which is DC's next big event. Did you read it?
Not yet. I was watching Defenders, man.
It came out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Defenders came out Friday.
Yeah.
It's like a 32-page book.
Yeah.
No excuse.
No, there's not.
None.
None.
All right, well, I'm gonna spoil it. It's okay. Basically, it says there's a dark universe. There were 52 universes. There's a scene in it where they reference Grant Morrison's multiverse map and everything like
You guys
that.
so nuts, man.
Yeah, and but there's a dark universe on top of that where there's like technically a 53rd. So it's not the new 52. It's almost like the new 52 plus one.
Lord.
Yeah, and it's all dark and it's evil and it's bad. It's very like Event Horizon. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, where like
A really good movie.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Yeah, I mean, it probably was really. We'll probably watch it now.
And so I'm assuming that the Earth is being invaded by
the
Batman
dark people, and the nth metal has something to do with it, which powers Hawkman,
right.
because I guess the nth metal comes from the dark universe or some bullshit like that. I don't know. And Batman's been knowing about it all along.
I will say this to you guys: if you do not subscribe to Batman Metal, you definitely should. It was unexpectedly popular.
Yeah, unexpectedly popular, sold out, and we ordered a shit ton of copies too.
Yeah, every cover.
Both stores sold out.
Every cover, and on Diamond,
shit ton of copies.
it's gone.
It's gone.
With the distributor.
Gone. Second printing's coming though.
Another actual surprising book. I don't know if you know this. You know what's $20 now?
What?
The Totally Awesome Hulk that just came out.
Which one?
The last one that just came out last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's apparently a first appearance
Of what?
of Hulk with Wolverine claws.
Oh. Yeah.
Tell me that doesn't sound fucking awesome, though, right?
Yeah, but don't get me started on that.
On Hulk with Wolverine claws?
I know, but I
don't like awesome shit.
Commander?
It's Hulk with Wolverine claws, man.
I know, whatever. Another thing that's coming out that's selling pretty decent, Marvel Generations, leading up to Marvel
doing well.
Legacy.
What's the Generations for this week?
Is it Wolverine and All New Wolverine?
No, that was last week.
Is it Iron Man and Iron Heart?
Oh, it's Thor. It's the Thor.
Thor.
Yeah. So it's Thor so Jane Foster Thor, and then on the Unworthy Thor, I guess. Now.
Unworthy Thor, yeah. So check us out. Once again, we do this every week. Next week, we're going to talk Game of Thrones and whatever else has happened in the news. And we have two stores, Miami, 107th and 8th Street, Pembroke Pines, on Pines Boulevard, just east of University, across from Perry Airport, for Atomic Pop. With Fat Man and Little Boy, I'm Steven
Why don't
Korka.
you give your Korka Comics Insta? Oh, they're on Instagram. If you guys want to hear a hooker story next week, let us know.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Korka Comics, hit subscribe. It's that easy. Don't be lame. It's that easy.
No.
Like, it's not hard. If you have a Gmail account, you're already on YouTube. Subscribe.
Are we done?
It's not hard, right?
No, it's not hard.
Susie, are you subscribed? What are you wearing today?
Ninja Turtles.
Susie, you look like Olivia Newton-John in that Let's Get Physical video.
She's very neon.
Like straight up Let's Get Physical.
Even the lipstick's neon.
Yeah, I tried to.
The lips match the pants.
Yeah, neon pink.
Yeah. If you guys want to see @Susie_Fat in her Olivia Newton-John Let's Get Physical outfit, you have until 8 o'clock Eastern time today. Eclipse Day.
Eclipse Day.
Eclipse Day. Watch the Defenders. Watch all this stuff because they'll keep making it if you watch it. That's it, right?
That's it.
Thank you.